Okay.
Hi, I'm Mike Holmgren, and you are tuned to Bay Area Sports Wrap.
Was tonight being back in the lineup?
Yeah, it stabilizes that line, getting that line going together. They had some good moments tonight for sure, offensively, and they're guys that you can trust, away from the puck, and we saw that at the end of the game there.
It's 2 wins against quality opponents after a really rough stretch. How does that Philly game, especially, what's the resiliency? What are they showing you about the resiliency?
Yeah, I think a little bit for sure, the resiliency and our leadership group kind of taking control, and I'd say we're starting to figure out. We started getting our identity going there early in the year and not getting the result, and now we're starting to get rewarded for it. These last 2 especially, and our guys are starting to see the recipe and how you need to play and compete. Your puck play and how hard things get, and how you just got to keep competing throughout games, and you can't you got to have some mental toughness, and I think our guys are starting to figure that out.
Can you say about your goaltender?
Yeah, he was outstanding again tonight. He makes a big save there in the third with 3 minutes left or whatever it is, and that's what happens. It's usually one player. That's what it came down to in the third period. Play there or play here, and that's the difference of winning and losing.
How do you see the chemistry in the college line that you recently put together with Graf?
Yeah, I think they're obviously they scored the big goal there, and Graf makes the play on the wall, and they did some good things tonight. So they were good.
So, Coach, the third has been the period of contention most of the year, but you get Celebrini get the quick goal within 2 minutes, and then CC gets the game winner. So, what do you think about your third period the last few games?
Yeah, again, I think we go on the attack and we go to play to win the hockey game, where I thought early in the year we would wait for bad stuff to happen. We would wait for and then react. So now we're on the attack to win hockey games, and you see that the night before and the other night, and then we saw it again tonight. We didn't have any. We have a little stretch there when after they scored the goal, we get put on our heels a little bit. But early in the year, that was a 10, 12, 14 minute. We're on our heels. Now it's only 5 minutes or 3.5. So you see some learning curve there.
That CC goal too. I think Wenberg, he was able to get the puck because the Devils defenseman, he fell and then the puck went off the ref there, right? But is that just an example of when you are aggressive that you get bounces like that?
Yeah, for sure. I think it really starts for me in the defensive zone. A play that doesn't get noticed is Henry Thrun pushes a guy into the pile. Exactly what we want to do. We want to outnumber that puck. We win that puck, and then we stay on the attack. We don't sit back and wait just to dump a puck in. We go on the attack and play aggressive, like you said. So, but again, it starts in the defensive zone for us. We did a good job there, and we transition, and then we get a lucky, fortunate bounce there.
You guys have had some sellout crowds here today, but not always the results you want. How good does it feel to get a win in front of a downtown?
Yeah, that's probably one of the better feelings of this whole outcome was, afternoon game against a really good team. Like you say, sold out crowd, or for our fans to get rewarded with a really good effort and a win. I think is important for where we are in this organization and this transition period. I would say is we still have to, our fans pay a lot of money to come watch us, and we gotta perform for them.
Speaking of that sort of all-out kind of competitiveness, Kovalenko, fourth line minutes, but he had a couple of shifts there where he just, wasn't getting taken down at all, right? And that's is that him kind of at his best there?
Yeah, I think so, right? He was more physical tonight. He's a thick kid, so he's hard to knock off pucks. He goes to the middle of the ice, get quick hands there, and you saw in the goal, so it was a good night for him.
Kovalenko, how good does it feel for him to finally get his first goal as a Shark after all the hard work he's been putting in these last few games?
Yeah, for sure. He obviously came in and had a good start in the assist side of it, but for him to get rewarded again shows off his skill there with time and space and puts when it was important for us.
How good a job do you think Henry was doing on that? His Shears goal, he tied a stick. I know it went off skate, but what do you thought of that play?
Henry Thrun has made a huge step in his development, I'd say, in the last 4 or 5 games. Since he's come back into the lineup there, his game has continued to grow and grow and grow and be more consistent. He's learning what his identity is as a defenseman. I thought he was one of our best D tonight. And what I'm more proud of how he's continued to improve game after game, practice after practice.
Was there any concern regarding Harry at the start of the season when maybe he wasn't playing as much as you might think? What was your evaluation at the start of the season when he was maybe, I don't know, scuffling is the right word, but just something?
It's a young defenseman trying to figure out how to play in this league. I think it's a hard position to play. Guys have heard me say that 100 times. And to find what your identity is, can be tough. He's coming from college at Harvard where he's the puck mover, he's on the power play, and now we're transitioning him to more of a puck mover, maybe a little bit power play, really a 200-foot guy that can help on a penalty kill, can help defend and be harder defensively, where in college you didn't really have to do that. So it's a hard transition period, and I know we had a little bit last year and whatnot, but it just takes time. It takes these guys a lot of time to figure out what they are as defensemen and to do it consistently. You see little spurts, and you see Muck and you see Henry go through those things of that. You see it really for a couple games, then it goes away for a couple games, then it comes back for a game, that goes by for 3 games. Now Henry's stacking them together, and now he knows what it. Now his confidence starts growing, and he pieces his game together a little bit. So that's what I see, and that's what we see when we watch react and watch the film.
Yeah, Will Smith on that top power play line. What do you think?
Yeah, we're just trying to get that thing going. They had some good chances there in the second. He hits the crossbar. The movement was better, but it still needs to continue to improve. It needs to hopefully get to a point where it's win us hockey games, because that's what it can do. So we're going to keep them on it.
So, Coach, 2 one-goal victories. What does that do for the morale and the confidence of the team to get these 2 victories against pretty good teams?
Yeah, it's good. You feel good about yourself leaving the rink tonight, and you get ready, day off tomorrow, ready for practice on Monday, and a good team against Vegas on Tuesday. But what I think is the most important thing is we figured out the recipe of how we need to play, and it can't waver. So when we lose a game, we're going to go back, and these are the kind of the benchmarks.
Thanks for
Hey, this is Sharks reporter Tara Sloan for Bay Area Sports Wrap. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.